It's the Rob from 106.1 Kiss FM. Here again with my broadcast colleague.
Drawing number 2 in the Rumble. It's Eric Cornish here, and thank you for joining the Enhancement talent. And wow, Royal Rumble here once again. One of my favorites.
It is this coming Sunday. It's my second favorite night of wrestling every single year. I know that personally we have a great time with our Royal Rumble. Everyone has their own traditions when it comes to the Royal Rumble. We are no different, and we are excited as ever for this year's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess we will start running down the card for you with the undercard. Always interesting to see what they put on the Royal Rumble undercard. Remember some great matches, such as like the Beverly Brothers versus the Natural Disasters and such. But this undercard has really no exception, to be honest with you. Let's start with the pre-show. We've got the elimination bout, 6-man. Adam Rose, Tyson Kidd, and Cesaro versus The New Day. What do you think about this match here?
I'd like to say The New Day is going to walk away with a victory. They really could use it, but I don't see it happening. I'm going to say if, and oftentimes with us, these can become our contention points because we always can disagree on the pre-show matches. I'm going to say Rose, Kidd, and Cesaro.
Okay, well, I'm going the opposite route. I think The New Day takes it, and I think it's because of what you said. I think they need the victory more, and only not because, that they're, not that Tyson Kidd and Cesaro don't need it. I mean, they're a new tag team. And Adam Rose just kind of thrown in there too, but he could have a new attitude that could kind of elevate him a little bit.
Perhaps.
But I don't think Tyson Kidd and Cesaro are going to have a problem getting over in the next year. This is going to be a great year for them, and I do eventually down the road see a babyface turn for them, and this could be big. But the New Day needs it, and I don't know. They need to turn this into maybe like whoever survives this match makes it into the Rumble kind of thing, because you can't have a Rumble without Kofi in it. You would think.
That's what I was going to ask, because he's someone that everyone looks forward to seeing in a Battle Royal. If he's not in the Royal Rumble, I think that it's going to be disappointing.
Yeah, but I would also hate to not see, Kidd or Cesaro in there either.
That's true.
But I think Kofi for sure needs to be in there. So I don't know what they'll make that. They may just have, the match and then put him in the Rumble still.
All right, so we disagree right there. That's fine.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Bella Twins versus Paige and Natalya.
This is a tough one for me because it seems just like another, let's promote Total Divas and kind of the storyline they've got going on now with Paige and Natalya. They're on again, off again relationship on the show, and I expect Paige and Natalya to pick up the victory here, only to set up a future Divas title match maybe with Nikki.
I feel like with this one you could flip a coin, but I have the Bellas winning, so we actually disagree for the first two matches. I prefer disagreements, actually.
Yeah, that's always fun.
After that, we have the Ascension and the New Age Outlaws.
I got to tell you, on Raw, I liked seeing all the old tag teams there. I thought that was cool. The NWO and then the APA and New Age Outlaws, I thought that was a cool interaction. At first, I thought with the Ascension that was not a good move because, they're trying to build up and they haven't gotten over yet. And I don't think that did anything to get them over.
No.
But I was happy when they scheduled this match because I think what will happen is the Ascension can look strong, get their heat back, and get the victory over the New Age Outlaws.
I agree. This is not the right time for them to lose to the New Age Outlaws. I've been hearing that this may be a prolonged feud. I'm okay with that. But the Ascension needs to start off with the win because people aren't buying them right now.
Right.
And a win over Road Dogg and Billy Gunn would be convincing, I think.
Yeah, and it has nothing to do with their in-ring ability, their appearance, anything like that. I honestly believe the writing has been their biggest enemy in this.
And just something about them isn't cool yet.
Yeah.
And they need that cool factor. When I've watched Raw with a few different people now, both have groaned, like, what is this? Yeah. And it can be cool in a demolition kind of way. It just isn't yet.
Yeah.
They're going to need a big victory like this to get that cool, I think.
Yeah, they shouldn't be talking yet. I think that's the problem, that there was too much talking going on.
That's a really good point.
They should come in, destroy, and be done. But now to bring up all the stuff that they've done, it's kind of come off as cheesy.
They should be in what I call an STFU 1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
Don't say a word, just get it done.
Exactly.
After that, we've got, the Usos versus The Miz and Damian Sandow for the Tag Team Championship.
What do you think?
I have the Usos retaining.
As do I. And I think the Usos, if you look back over the last year, like go from Royal Rumble last year to here, Usos might be the most successful pay-per-view act that is out there.
That's true.
Remember? Because, think about how many times we said, no, it's time for them to lose. It's time for them to lose. And they keep winning. They come back and then, they lose to Golden Stardust. They come back and win.
I wish I loved the Usos, but I don't. I don't have any memory. Like, nothing memorable has happened when they get the titles. I feel like they're just placeholders for a little bit. I don't particularly care for them. I prefer to see Miz and Sandow, but I expect the Usos to retain.
Yeah, and I think Miz and Mizdow will go. And it's been announced those guys are in the Royal Rumble too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that will lead to more intriguing stuff as we get to the Royal Rumble at least.
Let's hope so. And you know what? I just realizing now there's a lot of potential for a fun Royal Rumble.
I don't necessarily see a breakup yet between those two, but I think this is where it starts. And can you imagine the two of them in the Royal Rumble? There's a couple different ways you could do it because the Miz could get tossed out and Mizdow could throw himself out, and that would be awesome. Or the other way around.
I see it as like the mimicking the Miz will get Miz eliminated. Like some sort of celebratory something, and then he accidentally hits him with an elbow, like by accident. I see Sandow eliminating Miz.
Or they even teased it like on Monday night when Miz said something like, when you have something who will do anything you say, it could be one of those things where Miz gets eliminated and Mizdow refuses to eliminate himself at that point and continues to fight. And that could be the beginning of, the tease of the breakup. But the act is still good, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I think it's got a lot of potential in the Rumble if they do it right.
We've got one more undercard match. The World Heavyweight Championship. Lesnar, Cena, Rollins. Mr. Cornish?
I think there's a very good shot that this goes on last after the Rumble.
Okay.
I'm very confused, because adding Seth Rollins into this match
and
doing what he's done has really changed the whole dynamic. Because if it had just been Brock and Cena,
I agree.
I think everybody would just say, okay, Brock's got this, and then you move on. But it's way up in the air because even now I'm going, well, Cena could win. There's a lot of potential here. So I don't really know where it's going to go. I don't know. I don't think there's going to be a cash in even after the match is over. A lot of people have talked about that with the.
It's got to happen sometime.
But I'm going to go with Lesnar strictly because when I second guess myself, is usually when I'm wrong and it goes back to right where I assumed it would be all along. So I'm going to stick with Lesnar.
I had a hard time figuring out where I thought they were going with this. Like you mentioned, throwing Rollins into the mix only made things more confusing. But I still see Lesnar holding the title at WrestleMania. So I'm going to say him or some sort of schmaz ending where you want more, but it's like a disqualification kind of thing. But I see Lesnar walking out with the strap on Sunday. And then we've got the 30-man Royal Rumble. And there are 30 choices who it could possibly be, but I know who I think will win.
Okay, go for it.
I am going with logic, and I'm saying Roman Reigns. My second choice, and a close second, because actually if you would have asked me this time last week, I would have thought Daniel Bryan's going to win. I want to see Bryan and Lesnar at WrestleMania, but I feel like I'm going to see Reigns and Lesnar. So that's what I think.
That's the same way I went to, because the same deal. I want to say, like, Daniel Bryan would make a lot of sense winning this match and would make a lot of people happy. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to stick with Roman Reigns at this point. Although, if I had to put a couple other people that I think, there's maybe three other people that I think could win it.
Okay.
Daniel Bryan is one of them. The other one I would still even say that it's a possibility that Dolph Ziggler could win.
Don't think so.
I don't think it's going to happen, but he would be the only one on that list. And then the other one would be Ryback. The two guys that just got fired and came back, they would have to, really hotshot them into a storyline. But I think now that they've held off Ryback, I think WrestleMania, it's looking more like Ryback and Rusev. And again, that's a reason I wouldn't put Rusev in there, but he'd be close too. But really, you look at it, if Brock Lesnar, when he's kind of straddling the fence as a heel or a babyface, even somebody like Bray Wyatt is a potential, because they've obviously set up Bray Wyatt for big things, could be The Undertaker, but if it's not, who knows? A Lesnar-Bray Wyatt match could be intriguing.
I think we will see Wyatt and Undertaker, and I think, to be honest with you, any name outside of Reigns and Bryan is a crazy choice to win on Sunday, but that's just me.
Yeah, I think they're all potential, but I'm with you. I think Reigns or Bryan will be the winner, but I think Reigns is who they've stuck with, and I think he'll win. Whether or not he makes it to WrestleMania and stays in that spot, well, that's up in the air, but they're going to give him that shot.
Reigns is the name I want in our Royal Rumble pool to win that coveted urn that goes back and forth every year. So there you have it. We want to know what you think. Email us. Our email addresses are here at the bottom. Subscribe to our videos. Remember, email us before Sunday. We know on Monday you know who won the Rumble. You can't fool us. We appreciate you watching. For myself, the Rob.
And for Eric Cornish, make sure you subscribe and watch all our videos. And we'll even get some footage of our Royal Rumble party so you can see what's going on behind the scenes. But thank you for watching the Enhancement Talent, and let the Rumble begin.